Ink Ribbon Studios.
Hey guys, so a lot of you on my last survey said you wanted to see the game that I'm working on, so I'm gonna show you. Let me open this in a new window and make it big. I don't want to tell you too much about it because I don't want to give away too much or make promises that I can't keep, but we'll see. So, okay. As you can see, there is a lot of empty space. That's because the level isn't finished yet, but the whole game is going to take place in this apartment. Here's the front door, which is locked. There's no sound effects yet, but you can't leave. And I'm going to put a peephole here where you can look through. I know the game's really dark. I had to add this light before I made this video because it was way too dark, but I did set up a flashlight. So you can look around and I've got cabinets, cupboards, whatever, drawers where you can put stuff. We've also got a fridge that's not textured. There's no food, but all of that will change. This is a really, really early build. Like, people aren't even supposed to be able to see this, but check out these reflections in the window. Check that out. And that will be a character, which is what I'm working on right now. I'll show you the character in a second. Yeah, so over here we got the living room. There's going to be hopefully a working TV with TV channels and everything. And I've got the ability to examine items like this book, which is a parody of the Chicken Soup for the Soul books from the 90s, because if you were born in the 90s, there's a good chance you saw these books. So yeah, ooh. This is the first thing I modeled for the game, and that's what I'm holding every other asset to as far as like graphic standards to make it look as good as this book did. Yeah, a little bit of lens flare. Okay. So this is a coffee table. It's got drawers and stuff. Cool neon. And over here I got working mirrors. I hope these make it into the game because these are pretty taxing on the computer, but considering I only have the one level, I think it'll be okay. So in here we've got the bathroom, some cool glass bricks, and a toilet, which I have never modeled the toilet before. But yeah, there's a toilet. This is where the bathtub is going to be. And all the wallpaper and everything will change, and there's going to be more stuff. So if we go back through here, another mirror. Hey, what's up? This is the bedroom, which, again, very empty, but I did make the bed without textures. And then we've got the nightstand, and yeah. And then through this door leads us back into the hallway. We could go back to the front door. We could go in here, which is going to be the character's like office or study. And check that out. Wait for it. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna have like a big like flashing red sign like that says like, I don't know, hotel or something like that. And I think that adds a really cool sort of ambiance. And speaking of which, when you look outside, there's going to be like a whole city street corner. So there'll be like people walking around and cars driving by. And so if you've played Silent Hill 4, you're familiar with the concept of being trapped in the apartment. That's one of the games that inspired this. And the way that it works is it's kind of like PT, where the level keeps restarting over and over again, but it gets like more and more messed up as you play the game. So like, you'll start the game and it'll just be a normal apartment, and you're like, whatever. And then you'll hear a knock at the door. And as you go to answer the door, your character will wake up in their bedroom, which is over here. And then you'll be like, whoa, that was weird. What the hell? And then you'll walk back in and be like, huh. And everything's exactly the same. And then again, you'll hear a knock at the door, which will be at random, maybe random time intervals. I'm not sure. But then there will be some levels where you wake up and now the lights are flickering and there's a weird sound or something like that, and you have to investigate. And once you've done the appropriate actions, that will sort of trigger the end of the level with the knock. And there's going to be other characters, there's going to be story, there's going to be a phone with an answering machine, like all sorts of stuff. But again, this is a really, really early build. People aren't even supposed to see this, but I don't care because it's my game. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I have for the gameplay. Now, as far as the character, this is a character I'm working on. He has no hair or clothes. Don't want to get demonetized, but for those of you who are curious, he does not have a penis. Because I know everyone's going to ask, turn him around. There's nothing there. This is what every video game character looks like, a Ken doll. But so this is an early version of him. If you want to know what he's going to look like, it's going to be something like this. I'm not the best 2D artist, but that's what I drew up. Again, it takes place in the 90s, so he's got like the ripped jeans and the sweater around the waist, which nobody does anymore. And if you want to stay updated, this is the Ink Ribbon site, and there's me. Hey. I've got 2 games I'm working on. Man Island has been put on hold because this is a really big game, but you can go through there if you want to see. And Who Could That Be is the game I just showed you, which is coming soon, and I'll be updating this eventually. I've also got a Patreon page. I don't have any patrons yet, but I don't blame them because I don't really have anything to show. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've got right now. I will be putting out more updates in the future. And yeah, so if you guys have any thoughts, comments, whatever, leave them down below. And thanks for watching this developer diary, and I'll see you guys in the future.